Megan, Terry, now I'm standing on Red Robin and Songbird Roads right now. As you can see behind me, there's at least 5 transformer boxes right now that are on fire. Firefighters have not been able to get to the scene just yet. Now I'm hanging out with the best fans here in the nation right now. They are having a good time. Now, you want to hear the interesting thing? Almost everyone here has a day job, and a lot of them have called in sick. Most students carry around a ton of gadgets, from cell phones to personal computers to MP3 players. Now, these all run in the hundreds of dollars, making you a prime target for robbery. Fire spread quickly from the couch to the walls. Once it hit the drapes, it was out of control. Chuck and Mary were ordered to leave by the 2 police officers who first got here, but there was one problem. Chuck and Mary's granddaughter was still upstairs. There's a lot of fun stuff going on here. One of the most popular ones is this ice sculptor right here, and he's just wowing crowds. You can tell as he's showering people with snow. Terry, Megan, now we've all argued with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but this couple took it one step further. Police say the woman shot the man over here at this house in self-defense, and only after she was hit repeatedly with an ashtray. Just maybe a minute or so, and you can scrape that right off, and you should be on your way, but the doors should be a little bit iced over as well, so you may have to work on that a little bit more, and I would demonstrate that for you, but I'm not sure whose car this is, so I may get arrested if I try that. But for now, we're going to send this back out to you live in West Columbus. I'm Kevin Liu, Columbus's News Center.
Kevin?
Gabe, Yolanda, it really was a pleasure to get to hang out with Lance Corporal John Fisher and his family. They're very gracious in having us over, and I got to see it wasn't Lance Corporal at home. It was a husband, a brother, and a son.
We thank you especially this year for the safe return of John and the rest of the men of Lima Company.
Saying prayer this Thanksgiving takes on special meaning for the Fisher family, and this family has a lot of experience saying them.
There were probably thousands of prayers said for him, but there were thousands of prayers said for guys who didn't come back.
23 Marines in Lima Company didn't make it back. John was one of the fortunate ones, something that he will never take for granted.
We think about it every day, and especially occasions like this, it's really hard just to think about how they won't get to experience these kinds of great things with their families anymore.
John has a lot to be thankful for this holiday.
You probably don't want to see this in here.
He's traded in his weapon for dishes, but more importantly, he's back with his wife of 2 years and surrounded by family who embrace him because they can.
I'm just glad you're here.
I hug him. Every day, it's still the case sometimes. When he comes by, I just sort of pat him, and it's like he's really there.
As a 22-year-old war veteran and a husband, one thing stands out.
When there's the curiosity of what life, step do we have to get to that you graduate from the kids' table?
Sure enough, John is sitting at a table that looks curiously young. We asked his father for the truth. Now here's the tough question. When is he going to be able to sit at the adult table?
Well, he's sitting in his grandfather's chair right now, so he stepped up for the head of the household.
After thousands of prayers, John is back, healthy, and according to his dad, officially head of household. Great family. Now, John will be on active duty until the end of the year and on reserve duty until 2008, but they've been told there's a slim chance John will be sent back into action. Live in the studio, I'm Kevin Liu, Columbus's News Center. Terry, Megan, if you look behind me, you'll see fire station number 24. This substation has been bombarded with calls all morning as well as this afternoon. The reason for it, there's no power around here. Right down the street is the substation that was damaged, and it may be a while before things here are back to normal. The sight of these flames burning nearly 3 stories high brought people out of their beds and onto the street.
And we opened up our patio door to see if anybody else had power. And when we opened it up, we saw fireballs just shooting up in the sky.
A transformer exploded at around 5:30 in the morning, spilling more than 6,000 gallons of oil. Other transformers quickly caught on fire, sending nearly 32,000 people into darkness.
I didn't hear nothing. I woke up to total blackness.
Siobhan Turner awoke to knocks on her door. She lives just feet from the AEP substation.
It was like a big ball of fire. I mean, it went up 30 feet. It was kind of scary.
Even with flames burning out of control, only a few residents near the substation were evacuated. Most people tried to get as close as they could, while some were busy listening to the news.
Trying to make the best of a bad situation.
To see if I need to get ready to go to school.
Several schools are without power, and firefighters are concerned for the near future.
They got about $7 million in damage at this point, so it's going to be a tough 2 days for this area.
Without electricity, residents literally will be left in the dark. Now, firefighters and investigators are not sure what caused this fire just yet. They are still investigating. Now, there's 3 transformers there. 2 of them were seriously damaged, and some of the customers in this area have been rerouted to other circuits, and you can hear the sirens going back and forth. There are a lot of people around here that are calling in out of concerns. I think it's mostly senior citizens from what I got from the firefighters out here. They anticipate 2 a.m. at the latest tomorrow to get your electricity back. Live in North Columbus, I'm Kevin Liu, Columbus's News Center. Terry, hey, how's it going today? Now, Gladys Shepler, when she was growing up, there were no cars on the road, there was no planes in the skies, and actually a lot has happened since then, but through it all, Gladys has kept it real. At 109 years old, Gladys Shepler tells it as it is. How do you feel today?
Now, you don't want me to tell you that. I feel kind of proud and happy and all that, but I just feel awful.
As awful as Gladys feels physically, she's a joy to be around mentally. Her hearing's declined over the last few years, but she's still sharp as a tack.
I like the Democrats. Don't you?
I like everyone. Definitely sharp enough to see right through that one. Gladys was born January 23rd, 1897. She's outlived all of her family and friends, or at least the ones she made when this picture was taken in 1917 when she was just 20 years old.
I feel the Lord has a purpose for me, or I wouldn't be left here. I don't know what that purpose is yet.
Gladys never had any kids, and her husband died years ago, but it's clear that purpose may be to make other people smile.
I'm going to say a little personal thing to you. Beautiful teeth.
Gladys tells it as it is, or at least I'd like to think so. And if her purpose is making other people happy, she's doing one heck of a job. Now, I asked Gladys whether she had any health or diet secrets for us, and she says she hasn't stuck by anything throughout the years, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Live in Circleville, I'm Kevin Liu, Columbus's News.